And welcome to the Secret Podcast, episode 94. Now, the Secret Podcast is only a secret because no one's watching. And you can help make us less of a secret by following the links to our various social media accounts down in the description. But you can also help us become less of a secret by following the link to our Patreon, where you can pledge us a couple dollars a month and get some cool prizes. Today, there's a very special one. What is that, Zed?
Today, there's a very special one where you can watch the live stream.
Incorrect. Close but no cigars, Zed. Today, after the show, you can talk to us for a number of hours after the show if you're a $10 or more patron. So consider that if you're interested. But today, we have a very special guest I'd like to introduce quickly before we do the sponsors, because I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This is bigger than our sponsors.
This is bigger than all of us.
Fair enough.
This is only by a factor of like 20.
Certainly.
We have special guest Dino Rhymstyle here.
Yo, I gotta ask, how many times has a guest come on here and the first thing they talked about is the fact that we have to use Skype?
A lot.
Yeah.
I think
Almost every time. I think
Every new guest.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I'm not surprised. These motherfuckers, can I cuss?
Yeah, you can say whatever.
These motherfuckers out here trying to get me to use Skype. I didn't know my login.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
I literally have to hack my shit to get into this.
Yeah,
But
the Secret Podcast is sponsored by the Secret Podcast T-shirt shop, where you can get yourself some cool T-shirts like the Xavian word search T-shirt, where all of Xavian's funny little names are on a little word search, and you can cross them out yourself. But there's also some crossed out there. It's really cool. You can also get yourself a what's that thing we made last year being a secret T-shirts. Those are also cool. And the Secret Podcast is sponsored by Audible. You can go to audibletrial.com/Secret Podcast and get yourself a free audiobook download and a free 30-day trial. There's over 180,000 titles for you to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. So go over there, check it out. I recommend you listen to Annihilation. I will continue recommending you listen to Annihilation until someone tweets me that they've listened to Annihilation. I need somebody to talk about it with. But this is a pretty interesting thing. Nobody ever thought, including me, that we would have Rhymstyle on the show.
Why not? It's like I know you guys.
Here's the thing. I wasn't certain that you were prepared to be on a show that talks about the things that we talk about.
Yeah, no, that's what's even better. In fact, like
fantastic.
Like the last 2 or 3 podcasts or like whatever you want to call it that I did, it's always about, as much as I love it, I don't want to always talk about it. It's just Dragon Ball. It's like Dragon Ball Fighters or like anime stuff. Like
first topic. How much does Dragon Ball mean to you?
I mean, I like that stuff, but like, you know, I'm a human. I like to sit here and talk about titties, and apparently Lindsay Lohan. People,
look, there's a lot of interesting things going on in the world that is kind of beyond the reach of anime. You know,
exactly.
Dragon Ball, anything, One Piece. Yeah, what's good, bitches? I got the Bankai hanging out just in case a One Piece fan want to come at me.
I saw that shit. I didn't say anything. I just kind of let you guys go at it.
Okay, so here's an interesting thing, because you taking a drink out of that just reminded me. You are a heavy advocate for sparkling water. Why? How?
Well, I'm European, so like I grew up with this shit, and the main reason why I drink so much sparkling water is because it replaced soda for me.
Okay.
It's like the best part about soda is when that shit burns your throat.
That's so true.
It's a big fact.
I mean, it's like it's the best thing you can drink other than, you know, the burning feeling of drinking bleach, which you can't do that. So like you go to the next best thing, which would be soda, but soda's bad for you, so you go for the sparkling water instead. That's
because every time I've had sparkling water, and I remember you tried to get me to drink sparkling water one time, didn't enjoy myself. If I can say
sparkling water is ass.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry, did I miss something? Are we talking about drinking sparkling water?
Yeah, because Dino Rhymstyle here just took a huge swig out of sparkling water. And if you don't know, he's a big fan of sparkling water.
You don't understand. It's so bad for us that we'll go grocery shopping only when we run out of sparkling water.
Dude, honestly, that's such a same for me. I only go like I will dead ass like be starving. Like I don't have any food in my house actually right now. And then like I kind of like just when I have to go to class and I stop by the convenience store on the way to my car, I like, you know, I'll pick up a Snickers bar. And that'll just be what I eat for that day. Or if I happen to stop by a restaurant, or, you know, I get a snack while I'm at class or something like that. But I don't go to the store and get groceries until I have run out of Snapple or whatever my drink of the week is.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's how I was even before I got back into sparkling water. It's like you gotta have your drinks. If you ask Danny, fantastic, he'll tell you that because we lived in college together. Literally, all I would ever get is drinks back in the day. Yeah. But really, what it comes down to is this replaced soda for me. I haven't had soda since like 2013 or 14.
God damn.
Yeah. Because this is the same shit. It's like, I mean, it's not the same shit. I don't
you
know,
keep telling yourself that, vegan.
Hey, look, to me, it's the same shit. I mean, I also grew up drinking in Europe. Like in Europe, everybody drinks sparkling water. That's all you have usually. So going back to it when I was,
but not by choice.
It was a choice for me. You know, it's not the same. I'm not gonna tell you it's the same shit because it's not. But if you want to replace soda, it's a good like replacement for it.
I used to hang out with this vegan girl, and she would be like, I mean, we've all seen a vegan once or twice. Now, of course, we do the right thing and we distance ourselves from them. But this one she was creeping her way near me. So I was hanging out with her, and she was trying to convince me not just to eat some tofu, but that tofu was superior to food. Bro. And I was like, I'm sorry, dog, bitch. But like, I am going to say real quick on record, if you find tofu to actually be better than real food, like don't procreate.
The thing is, like, if you want to be a fucking rabbit and eat leaves and carrots and shit and eat your fucking tofu, like, I'm good for you. You know what?
That's fine.
Congratulations. Awesome. But you're not going to come to me while I have a fucking double quarter pounder in my hands and be like, honestly, like, this tofu hitting. Like, sit down. Like, that tofu is not hitting.
The only way that tofu tastes better than real food to you is if you're that girl who took her hair straightener and slammed it onto her tongue and cannot taste anything anymore. That is the only way.
In which case, you may as well eat fucking tofu and sugar cubes.
You think she did that as just one of those Facebook memes where, like, you know, people like snorted a whole bunch of cinnamon or whatever. But in reality, she did that because she said, I need to go on a diet and I need to not want food anymore.
Yo, I gotta do it. Do you have a room in here that we use to drop pictures and shit in the Discord?
Yeah, if you don't want people to see them, we use the private room that's just above where we are. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Omega's seen it, but have you guys seen it when our homie C-Reacts recommended that we try this vegan burger? So Toasty did it. And he ate it on stream.
Really? Yeah.
Oh,
and Toasty's reaction is
it's golden. Here's a picture. That was literally like. Here's the best part. Here's the best part. I forgot to post the first picture. So here's the first picture. Look how happy this man looks. Like, oh, it's a burger. Like, you know, apparently this is better than a real burger. And then you can just see a transition from the middle picture to the last picture.
This man looks hurt.
Because I remember. Okay, like I don't want to like talk trash. Deanna's my fucking boy. I love him. But there was one time where he came out as vegan to the Discord, and apparently he had been vegan for like over a year at this point. We're like, when the fuck did this happen? He was just like, I don't know. I'm just not like in your face about it, I guess. But then he went on to talk about this thing called the Impossible Burger, or no, the Beyond Burger is what this one is.
The Beyond Burger,
and how it is actually superior to meat. Now, to me, I trust Dion. He's my boy. He would not lie to me, right? So I figured, I'm like, hey, that's probably true. Toasty went out and got these. It is $6 for 2 patties. Think about that.
Isn't that standard?
That is not standard at all.
$6 for a 2-patty hamburger.
That's not standard.
That's less than a day's double.
I was gonna say like it's like at Freddy's for a double, it's like $8.
It's like standard, but you also gotta remember you're eating this. Let me find the other picture.
Well, it's not only that, but if you get like an actual burger, though. If you get a burger to make for yourself though, like it's cheaper than that.
But you're going to a restaurant.
No, this isn't a restaurant. You make this yourself. You go out and buy this.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. So you're telling me this motherfucker made you go to fucking Whole Foods and look like a simp buying two patties for $6, go home, make it yourself.
Right. Yes.
No, here's the best part though, because like
when C-React's coming on the show to defend himself,
you gotta have him next time. You gotta bring him next time. But like literally, here it comes down to this: would you rather eat this? Or would you rather eat this? Because I'm gonna go ahead and make you guess. Which one of these is the real burger? Which one of these is the Beyond Burger? I'm sure you can guess.
I feel like it's a quite an easy guess.
Certainly. Jesus.
Hey, at least we got something good out of it, which is that iconic Twitch clip of Toasty eating that, because I feel that's going to go down in history as the top 5 Toasty moments of all time.
Yeah, it probably will.
Most certainly.
It was very funny. Like, again, if you're a vegan and you can stomach that stuff, like, awesome. But like, I'm not gonna lie, there's millions of cows being slaughtered a week. I'm not trying to let them go to waste. You feel me? So,
like, the crazy part is, like, I used to live with that vegan girl, and she'd be like she'd be walking around the house and she'd eat something. I'd be like, "That's vegan?" Like, she ate a whole pack of Oreos one day, and I was like, "That's cream in the middle. Like, there got to be dairy or something in there, right?" And she was like, "Hell nah, bro. I don't know what it is, but it ain't dairy
out here."
Yeah, she was like, "I don't know. They just."
The thing is, like I can feel for vegans, because it must be so frustrating to put yourself through this and be like, yeah, I'm saving the world, and to just see everybody on Twitter just like slaughter the fuck out of that goddamn cow and give me my burger. Like, it must be frustrating. You know what my problem with that is like it would be nice, right, if like all the animal slaughtering could stop and then the world would be perfectly healed. Like, that'd be great. But the thing is, you can't do that at this. Like, we have advanced to the point where that is just not possible. As a human race, we can't do it.
I mean, we are omnivorous. But here's the thing too. Like, you know how like these same people, like everyone always comes at people for hunting and shit. But like, if you actually think about it, like hunting, as long as you're like, you know, you're eating the meat that you like, if you just kill some deer and you're like, all right, thanks for the horns, bitch, and like set them up on your wall, like, that's kind of fucked. But if you like clap that dude and you like, you know, you go Red Dead Redemption on his ass and you take that food home and you eat that shit for like the next 6 months because like that's how much meat it is, you know, like that's a lot, you know, more humane and like better for society, I'd say, than, you know, factory farming.
Yeah, see, my problem with that is like, I'm not gonna craft a spear when McDonald's is down the street.
But like, what if like here's what I'm saying. We need to create a new business from an old business. Like, there needs to be like, I want to go down the street and I want to pass McDonald's and I want to pass, you know, fucking Dave and Buster's, and then I want to hit the hunter. You know what I mean? And I go up to the hunter and I give him 100, and he comes back with a side of beef.
See, I'm selfish.
He like a freshly killed. Like, he just shot this cow in the head.
No, well, that's probably good too. But I was gonna say, I literally like a hitman, send him out to go get me a cow. Do you see what I'm saying?
See, I'm selfish. I just figured, you know, future generations will figure it out and make the world not end.
That's facts. Years. And quite frankly, even if it does, I'm out before then, bro.
Yeah, like that's
my problem, bro. I'm gonna look to my son. He's gonna be like, dog, like, what did y'all niggas do to this earth? I'm gonna be like, bro, like, I'm about to be out here, bro. That's like, for you to figure out.
The thing is, we came in so hot in the runway, like the shit was already fucked, and we were kind of like, we had this mentality of like, it's kind of already fucked. So yikes, like
y'all probably. Like, it was like, I'm gonna be okay. Like, I don't know what my kids and their kids are gonna be doing. Like, I don't know. Like, when the ocean rises up about 200 more feet and like New York don't exist anymore. Like, I don't know what y'all are gonna be doing.
But it's gonna look cool from up there, though.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this: me and my homie guy gonna be chilling.
Bro, I turn on the news. It's like, damn, Antarctica about to like completely melt in like 200 years. I'm like, oh, word. So, 200 years from now.
Yeah, unless medical technology gets to the point where I can live that long, I don't.
Right.
But you know what would be an incredible long-term investment? A long-term investment for your family in the future. Like, if you genuinely do care about your family in the future, I don't. But if you did, like, here's the thing. Go to Colorado or like some inland ass state and start purchasing up some fucking land, because that shit is going to skyrocket in the next 100 years.
Until you get like one like great grandkid or some shit who's like just a crack addict and is like, take this acre of land for a crack rock, bro. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's pretty likely.
I won't allow any of my lineage to be crack addicts. That won't happen.
Yeah, I don't.
Speaking of crack addicts, yo, what's Lindsay Lohan doing, bro?
Okay.
So that transition was cool.
Like, so let me get this video real quick.
Because I have not seen the video yet. I just heard about it when when I came into this Discord.
See, that's why I was confused. I thought like I heard about it, but I didn't realize this is all done on camera. Apparently, she did this all like Instagram Live.
Yeah,
she,
like, Instagram lived herself. Like she hops out an Uber.
Save those kids.
Like that, and she's like, "Look at those kids; they're being trafficked." And like somebody's like, "What evidence do you have, Lindsay, that they're being trafficked?" And she's like, "Look at them." Like that's it. Like she just like
I thought she like whipped up on somebody who's like, "Give me your fucking kids," and somebody just like recorded it from the other side of the street.
No,
she was doing it, and then she got popped in the face, and then played victim.
All right, so
oh my god, dude.
Here is the link to the video. We're all gonna like sync up at 0, and then press play when I say 1. Let me pull this up for the people at home watching.
Okay, I am at 0.
I'm also at 0.
I don't even see it loaded up. Anybody got the YouTube link?
Okay, so it's in the private room. If you click that WTVM13 link, there should be.
Yeah, it should be like the first video on there. Like as soon as you load it up, the video should be right under the title.
Yeah. Are you in the
No, I'm on the site. It's just not loading up.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Oh, wait. There it is. I think it's because I'm using Skype right now, and it's just like it's not agreeing with me. There we go.
It do be like that.
Do you have the video up?
I think.
It's hard to say.
I see it moving. You know what? Let me go on YouTube. Screw this.
I tried to look it up on YouTube. I could not find it. Then again, I searched once.
If you find it on YouTube, then link us that, and we'll just watch it on there.
Yeah.
So how was your day, Chris?
Lohan.
My day is interesting. I think I found it on YouTube.
How about you, Zed?
This shit looks.
You doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
It's good.
Okay.
I've never watched the video before, so I don't know if this is it, but I think this is it.
It looked like it, so.
Yeah, that's it right there.
All right, so.
All right.
We all at 0?
Loading that up.
Yeah, I'm at 0.
Same.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I'm not Arab. Guys, you're going the wrong way. My car's here.
That's Lindsay speaking, by the way.
What the hell?
Happening? They're trafficking children.
She's like chasing this family and like speaking broken Arabic at them. I won't leave until I take you.
Now I know who you are. Don't fuck with me.
Do you hear her speaking in an Arabic accent? That's like so that they'll understand her easier.
I was confused because I thought it was someone else talking when I first saw this.
You're
like she's talking. That's like talking Spanglish to like a Mexican and be like, "Can you understand me?" Like that's such an odd decision to make.
Taking these children, they want to go. I'm Metthew.
They're like, no, we don't.
Boys, don't worry.
Yo, the best part is the comments.
Yeah, if Lindsay did this when she was like 22, I'd have went the fuck with her, bro.
Big mood.
I don't care if I was getting trafficked or not, bro. I'm grabbing that hand.
Was that when she got rocked?
Yeah, she got rocked by like a 4-year-old, and they're like, "Bitch, don't play with me." She's perplexed.
Yo, the heart eyes emoji. In the chat.
Is she kidnapping them?
And she's crying.
Yo, are you okay?
I don't think I can ever change.
Like, if they were legitimately being trafficked, so you think a punch in the face would stop somebody from trying to stop that? I feel
like she's probably questioning whether or not all her plastic surgery just popped.
If she got her fucking face literally shifted.
I mean, the bigger question is like I can't tell if she's just on something right now or
right now.
Yeah, I was about to say like being famous hella weird, bro. Like you just like.
I feel like she's on something in perpetuity. Like I feel like that's just
that's her preferred state.
Something that I think is kind of important to talk about is like look at like everything that happened as far as deaths in the past couple years. Actually, it's like when someone ODs and they die, it's like, oh fuck, rest in peace, so and so. It becomes like this big thing. But when they don't die, they become like a joke.
Oh
like,
shit,
that is true.
Yeah,
like
so
with
it's like
Demi Lovato.
Yeah, like I think that kind of sucks from society's end because, like, for example, Demi Lovato, she OD'd, and the first thing people did is like, "Oh, she alive? We clowning this bitch." But like anybody else when they don't die, it's like, "Oh fuck," you know, like we should have been there for that person, so and so. I feel like I don't know if this is a cry for help or what people even can do, but like it's something to kind of bring up because again, this happens all the time. It's like again, if someone ODs or does something stupid and they die, it's like everyone sounds like, "Oh no, recipe so and so," but when they don't die, it's like it's a joke. What do you guys think?
I feel like it's a thing of people assume that when you take drugs, you're just doing it for fun or doing it recreationally. Like people don't understand like how you can become an addict to this. Cause like you saw like before Lindsay Lohan started doing crack and shit, like this bitch was like acting a little weird. So then this doctor's like, "Hey, you're gonna want to take these pills. It's gonna make you feel better." She's like, "Yo, I do feel better on these pills. You know what? Let me get some more of these joints. You know what? This ain't cutting it no more. Let me get some crack now." It's like,
normally they go to crack like from experience. Like when you know,
of course.
When you can't afford your fucking scripts anymore because them joints be getting expensive. You're like, damn. I'm kind of feeling it right now, Mr. Krabs, and I can't afford these shits. So like then you hit up like the homeless guy out in your halfway house right next to your home, and you're like, "Bro, you got that hookup?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right." Like I'm like, "All right, like how much for like a hit?" And he's like, $3. I'm like, "Let me get 50 then. What the hell?" Like that was one pill before, and I take like 3 hits, but that was like, you know what I mean? Like that was like 8 pills. So then I'm like, and I fucking keel over. So
yeah,
of course.
I think the reason why people like clown it if you survive is because they do see it in a way where it's like it's not an addiction or like a mental health problem. It's more of like fuck it, I feel like today I'm just gonna shoot up what of it, you know, take the edge off. When in actuality, it's probably something much more darker than that that people don't realize.
Yeah, it's like even look at like the shit that Fusi's been going through. Like we're all clowning this dude right now.
Yeah.
But like it's like if it comes out tomorrow that he's like dead or something, it'd be like a completely different energy shift. And I just think it's just kind of weird.
Like I think the thing with FusiTube is that like he's very clearly not on anything, and that's what he needs to be. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like because when this whole thing started,
Psycho analyze him for me.
Well, I'm going off of what he said. He said, "I haven't taken my meds in a week," and he's like going fucking like completely off the fucking wall. And it's like maybe you should, man.
Yeah, maybe you should take some of those meds. I don't know.
Because like I'm gonna be real here. Like Fusi doesn't seem like he's thinking very clearly. If I can say that.
What, I think let me. I don't want to go too far out here.
Yeah.
So stop me if I'm going too far, Zeb.
Certainly.
But what if, when he was getting that fucking hair tattooed into his head, all the ink got into his brain, and so he's just like perma cooked?
Yeah, I'm gonna allow that. I'm gonna allow that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that's my current hypotenuse.
Something was certainly done there.
Yeah. So that's my.
Like,
I believe you got it.
I can't believe. Like, can you imagine, just like getting your hair like tattooed on you? Like, cause here's the thing. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, Fusi, completely bald with a beard, was a good looking guy. He looked good.
Yeah.
Like, but he was so like self conscious that like he needed to get hair tattooed on him.
Wait. It took me a minute to process this. Did you say he got his hair tattooed?
Yes.
So basically,
his hair is tattooed on him.
He was bald, right? Like he actually went bald. And so that was not okay with him. And so in an effort to hide that, he decided it was a smart decision to get it tattooed like dot all over his head.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I'm kind of blown away. I thought that was just like short hair.
Nah, like no. Honestly, it's creative thinking. I don't know if anybody would have thought.
It doesn't necessarily look bad.
It's just like
from a distance, and then like a girl comes up to him, she like wants to put her fucking fingers through his hair, and she's oh, what's that feeling? I don't like it. Yeah, it's a questionable decision on his part.
Certainly.
I'm like looking at pictures right now, like looking at before and afters.
Is it?
Yeah,
not a look.
I miss that like 2 to 3 week period where every day there was new Fousey news, bro. Like that, I was
really, I didn't enjoy that.
No, I loved every single bit of that. I loved watching each and every step of that journey being taken.
I mean, I don't disagree. It's like you wake up in the morning, you see that new Keemstar video, it's like, fuck yeah, I'm about to start off my day off real fresh.
Right. Or when he goes on another fucking like 3 hour long rant, I'm like, bet I have my PS4 up and I'm just watching that on the other monitor.
Is it fucked up that like our society is weird to the point where like we're looking forward to other people going through shit so we can be all like, I don't know if it's because we feel better about ourselves or if we just like seeing people spiral down.
I think what it is like, it's just entertaining. Like, honestly, I like, as fucked up as that is to say, it's like, because I think like reality and entertainment has been, the lines between them have been blurred so much that when like real shit is happening, it's kind of hard to not view it as like an entertainment kind of thing. Like nobody really knows if Fousey's really going crazy or if this was all a publicity stunt. Like we don't know what the fuck to think. You know what I mean? Because like since YouTubers are like they made it on the platform as like just people to connect to, and now like that they're going full on entertainment. That line is like where the fuck is it? So it's like we don't know like what's real and like entertainment anymore. I think.
I mean, you know, and like that's, and to that point, like all three of us have had at least one mental breakdown on this show. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
No,
I've had at least two.
I had one recently. Zed has had at least a couple. I don't actually remember Chris having one because he's fairly level-headed about keeping his shit to himself on the podcast. But like, you know, for me and Zed, somebody can say something and we'll just get pissed and we'll start going off on the fucking deep end. And then once we get rolling, we can't stop ourselves. And so like you know, now I'm questioning Chris, do you think the people watching at home, like for example, like I had a mental breakdown recently on an episode of our show. I won't mention what episode or when because I don't want you fucks watching it, but I had one to some degree. And I wonder if like the people, like the way that we watch Wings of Redemption or the way that we watch whoever else, like have their sort of, you know, mental breakdowns on camera.
Right.
And we laugh at it. How many of the people watching this show right now were doing that to me and Xavier?
I've gotta imagine.
Is it a majority? You think it's a majority?
I think it's majority rule. Well, actually, maybe not, because I think a lot of our fans are like in tune with us, like on a personal level. So maybe they're just like damn, like you hate to see this.
See, I think
at the same time, like I bet there was like, you hate to see this. Yo, mom, is the popcorn done? You feel me?
Because like I think my first, like my real big mental breakdown, I'm sure we all know which one I'm talking about. The one I can't really remember all that well.
Correct.
I'm sure a lot of people during that one found it fucking hilarious because if you go back and watch it, it is. So, you know, and I don't really mind that. Except for the few people who, you know, took it upon themselves to tell me how to live my life afterwards.
I guess it's like a relatable thing because, like, when you see people in the space like YouTube and shit, you don't see them as having like real life human problems. So when they do have it, it's like, oh, okay, he's one of us. So it's like that. I
think maybe the first breakdown, maybe the first couple, they're like damn, like he's taking the, like, you know, he's going through something or he's feeling passionately about something at this current point in time or whatever it might be. And it's like, damn, like I relate to that. That's real. But then like after like you start putting up these numbers, you start getting double doubles, triple doubles. People are like, dog, now this is I don't feel bad for you anymore. This is just funny.
With you, Chris, like when you had like the one that stands out to me the most is like when you like made your whole profile black like Sam Pepper after he raped a child. Like
Jesus.
Like when you did that to your profile, like that wasn't funny to me at all. Like that was like
certainly not.
Like it was
I could like my mom could have went on my Twitter the next day and be like, well, Chris finally did it. He jumped out of his window.
Actually, I don't, if I'm being honest, I don't think any of your like dark escapades have been funny. Like they've been like I felt like not
scared.
Yeah,
well,
scared.
Because the thing with Chris is that he doesn't even share his little problems. No, so if a problem is so severe that he's blacked out his Twitter profile, You're like, son of a bitch. This guy's going to die today.
And like, I was talking to him during that situation. Like, you know, I remember where I was. I was sitting here. Well, I was sitting in Manassas in my mom's place playing some fucking CS:GO. I was on Mirage, and I was not winning this game. And Chris was messaging me about like the situation that was happening, and I was just like, damn. Like, I almost feel like I should disconnect from this game, but like.
almost
like,
feel that way.
Almost.
Like, this could be, this is a promo game. You feel me? Like, I gotta try to bring it home.
Like, I'd won 3 in a row, and if you win 4. So, yeah, no. Zeds, I don't know. You know,
I could see the thing is, from an outside perspective, I could see how you thought that was funny.
No, that one I don't think was funny at all, honestly.
No, but that's what I'm saying from an outside perspective. You know, between us, I could see how, like, you know, it certainly wasn't.
Yeah, but like for example, like back when like on Twitter, like every night you'd just be like crying, like every now and again, that shit was funny.
No doubt, I bet it was. I'm not proud of those moments. There's a reason that Twitter account doesn't exist anymore.
I missed the Xavier at 3 a.m. Love doesn't exist tweets.
I mean, it doesn't, to be fair.
I agree.
Yeah, I got a different Twitter for that now.
That's so dark. When you have a depression Twitter, oof,
bro, like so many people be like oh, follow my alt.
Yeah.
See, I don't want anybody to follow it, because if they did, they'd be like, what the fuck?
Like when you have a depression Twitter that you link in your bio,
it's like, what's
but
the
it's
point?
Locked. Like, what are you doing here, man? Like you're sending false flags here, and then you never mind. I was about to go somewhere dark, but even that was too much with my face attached.
Wow.
Yes, interesting.
Like the worst thing is, you know, they be spilling the tea on that Twitter, and it's like, I want to see it, but I'm not trying to follow. You know what I mean?
You know, that is so true.
I mean, is there? So let me ask, like, why is it that people do have 2? Is it because they don't want to like piss off the people that follow the main one, or do they just do it like it's like a venting thing? Yeah,
it's probably like a venting thing. It's like if people like care to see that kind of stuff, they can go follow. They don't want to like clog up their actual timeline with it, I guess. Like to me, that doesn't, like, if you want it to be private, then like don't publicize it.
My thing is, like, sometimes like I be on my depression mode at 4 a.m. tossing. And like I'm just like, you know, like I want to tweet this, but like nobody wants to see this tweet, and I'll be made fun of for this tweet.
Right.
So I go on my other one and I tweet it. And then in my head, I'm like, all right, I tweeted that. And then I go back on my main account.
It might be one of those things where it's like, you know, when they say, like, if you're mad or if you have something to say to somebody, like, write out a letter to them, but don't send it. Like, maybe it's kind of something like that, where it's like, tweet out something, but like, don't really tweet it out. But then again, at that same token, it's like, don't publicize that Twitter then, if you just want to like get your thoughts out there. I don't know, it doesn't make sense.
Like for me, I would probably constantly be tweeting out depressing, weird shit. If it weren't, or maybe not right now, but like there's been times in my miserable life where I would be doing that if it weren't for the fact that like I text my friends, and I like, not even for my sake, because like quite frankly I find it entertaining when people I follow tweet depressing things. I think it's funny, which probably says something about me that isn't too positive, but it just is, like, because it's not a good look. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like nobody really cares or wants to hear it. So like it comes across like very egotistical to think that I give a fuck about like your life to that degree. Just because I follow you on Twitter, like you know, I might follow you on Twitter because I think you're funny, or I might follow you on Twitter because I enjoy your YouTube videos. You know what I mean? Like if Rhymstyle here started like crying on Twitter, like because him and Logic got in an argument or something, like I'd be like, that's crazy, motherfucker. At least you got to meet him. You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, I don't want to hear it. You know? And then,
you know, it's funny you're saying that, because like,
don't you do it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I'm gonna say politics. It's like,
okay,
I see it all the times where, like, you know, you'll follow so and so, but the second they tweet something about politics, or they tweet about, you know, being a vegan, it's like, oh, fuck this person. Like, we've all had it. I've had people like spaz out on me because I said fuck Trump a couple times, but fuck Trump.
See, it's hilarious that you said fuck Trump, because I just looked over on my screen where I have the video playing, and you went like this. I know for a fact one day it's gonna get used against you.
But what I was trying to say is, it's like people will follow you for, let's say, a YouTuber. They'll follow you because they enjoy your videos, they like your personality. But the second you tweet out one thing, it's like, oh, I just had this vegan burger. It tastes like the real shit. Or politics, blah blah blah. It's like people are like, nah, fuck you. Like, go make a second account. It's like, no, like this is what I'm gonna do. So the way I see it is like, if I make a depressing tweet or a political tweet or just talk about eating grass, I'm gonna just do it. And it's like, people don't like it. It's like, well, then just unfollow or whatever. But like this is my life.
My whole thing is that I find interesting about that is, I think you were kind of touching on it a little bit, but it's like people will take, for example, your political views, your fucking vegan views or whatever, and then use that as like a reason to like not like really like somebody, I guess. Like, because for me, beliefs and shit like that, like we can have, completely opposing beliefs and views on shit, but like if I fuck with you, then I just fuck with you, right? So like, for example, with the whole shit going on with Kanye right now, a lot, like, because everybody knows I'll suck Kanye's dick up and down Hollywood Boulevard. But
on your MAGA hat.
I've got it in my case.
It's already packed for TwitchCon. He's got it ready.
Yeah. So like, people are like, damn, Omega, like, what you think about slavery as a choice? What you think about this, that? And I'm like, all right. So first of all, like, I think that Kanye is being like misunderstood or whatever, but that's like not even the point. Like, there is a lot of shit that he's been saying and doing that I disagree with. But here's the thing.
Like what?
Just because I disagree with something that one of my idols is doing doesn't mean he hasn't positively impacted my life. Doesn't mean that there's still a lot about him that I really identify with. And I think that's kind of what Kanye views his relationship with Trump as. He's like, you know what? Like, don't really, fuck with a lot of the shit he's doing. But they are like, it seems crazy to say, but him and Trump are very, very similar people. Like almost scarily so. So I can see why he fucks. Are you gonna try to deny that?
Oh, no, I was gonna say that, like, it doesn't matter what someone has done post the project, for example. So like, let's say all the dope music that Kanye is. Actually, I'm gonna use Wayne as an example, because when I was younger, I hated Wayne for everything he was doing outside of his music,
like Kissing Birdman.
This man dropped. He dropped Dedication 2. He dropped the Carter 2, the Carter 1, Carter 3. Like, all the stuff that I grew up with was dope. And I didn't like it for some reason. It came down to the point where I was like, I don't understand. Like, I could just ignore that aspect of it and still enjoy the music he's put out.
Right.
And what I was going to use an example is I saw on Twitter the other day, I'm not going to say who it was. Someone tweeted something. It was just one tweet. And I saw like a flood of replies like, oh yeah, this person's horrible on Twitter. They're so different than their YouTube. And I'm like, they're the same person. It's one fucking tweet. It's like, just because you disagree with one tweet doesn't take away from like the entertaining aspect that the person has done, and, like the countless shit. And it's like, for example, Lupe dropped the Cool and Food and Liquor, like two of my favorite albums of all time. But that man is stupid on Twitter, and like every time he opens his mouth, it makes you dislike him less. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the Cool and Food and Liquor are like classics.
Right.
So I don't know. But then again, there's also times when people can do something really ridiculous, and it's like, I can't fuck with that anymore. Like, for example, the author of Kenshin.
What did he do wrong?
He I don't know the details, but I mean, again, he made Kenshin, but apparently he was into
child porn.
Child porn. I don't know the exact details. I don't want to say it because I don't want to misinform.
Like, make one compelling argument against child porn. I implore you, if you can.
Here's a problem that I have, right, with this whole like cancel Kanye thing, right? Like, again, it comes down to like, people are hating Kanye for like a lot of the shit that he's like saying, but he's not really like doing anything bad, right? Drake is out here with children, and like people are just like, but Scorpion slaps though, which it doesn't. But that's how they're gonna do it.
See, that's the even like, crazier part,
like,
right there.
Drake is like okay, look, I've been a huge Drake fan almost like since he's been around, right? But it's like you gotta just look at the facts here. Like, it is kind of weird that he seems to be routinely talking to women that are underage. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I feel like there's a little bit of a power dynamic between, a 30-year-old megastar, the biggest star in the world, talking to maybe a 16-year-old girl, grooming them from when they're 18.
16,
I don't know.
18. What's the difference, Chris? Like, you keep on, like, you guys have got to cease and desist with this. The judge, you guys are coming at minor attracted people like they're different from the rest of us. And it's quite frankly, it's rude, and you're next to be canceled, quite frankly.
Well,
you know
the point
I'll take it.
The point I was gonna make is like you got the people who do like the real ridiculous shit, like the author of Kenshin, or I guess in this situation Drake too. But then it's like someone will make a tweet like, "Oh, I don't like, political tweet." It's like, fuck this person. Yeah. Like, it's like, dude, it's just tweet. It doesn't take away the hours of entertainment a person might have put out in videos and stuff. It's like the second someone can't agree with somebody on something like a political tweet or the shit that they eat, it's like, fuck this person. Like, they transform it immediately.
Yeah. Well, and another thing too is when you're so like, when people like react so like negatively to like your opinion or your views, that only cements you further, right? Like if I come out here and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like, this is literally what happened. I'm like, I kind of like that Bleach anime, and everybody's like, you fucking idiot, Bleach is horrible. How could you say that? So now I'm like, I love Bleach.
And they're like, wait, no, this isn't the reaction I wanted.
Right. It's
and
just like you're only cementing people in their views even more when you fucking react in such crazy ass ways.
Like, it's so tough to like have like a genuine like discussion rather than like 9 times out of 10 it's going to turn into an argument rather than like
One Piece.
Fuck One Piece.
Yeah, it's like I saw that tweet and then it just turned into a flood. And like, here's the bad part. Like hours later, I look at my time. I'm like, are still talking about this? Like, dude, let the man not like One Piece. Who gives a fuck? Like, you're allowed to like what you like. But no, it's just funny to see how fast people will, go in attack mode or just flip. What was it Nakuba's quote? It's crazy how
fast your fans will switch up on you.
To your point though, like when I said that, the thing I said, whatever it was, like, I still follow these people, like,
right.
Like I followed Logic for years, and it doesn't stop me every time he tweets out like, like some weird like corny shit. You know what I mean? Like I just keep it moving. I laugh at it a little bit, and I keep it moving. I still love him, but. Or like, for example, like I don't remember what was his name, Barfield on Twitter. That dude was an actual like Marxist radical on Twitter, and I personally don't agree with Marxism. Come at me, I guess.
What did he do?
So this guy would consistently call for the death of people who he disagreed with politically on Twitter, and not be ironic about it. Like he would genuinely be calling for people to murder like Trump or to murder
Jeff Bezos was a big one. He was like, all right, everybody needs to run up on Jeff Bezos, like make him pay Amazon workers $1 million each. And
he also said like this tweet was, this might not have been the same person, but it was someone associated. They said all millionaires, all of them, I'll let you know, are responsible for at least 12 to 13 murders.
He did say this.
He said they personally murdered those people.
Okay, no, that wasn't him. I think he retweeted this. But this spawned an issue. This was over the summer. This is before Chris left. I think this was like just after Xavier left from like being here. And it doesn't really matter. So this guy tweets this, and I was like, dude, you can't just say people murdered people. and then he was like, you are a rape apologist. And I was like, what? How the fuck did you get there? What? Like, and then I tweeted, let it be known, I tweeted something with the word nigga in it in response to this. And they said Matt was racist for me saying nigga. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how am I racist for what this black guy said about, like, I was seriously perplexed beyond comprehension. And then, so, like, this woman said, like, she was, like, the reason he called me a rape apologist is because, like, what I said was, like, you can't just say that somebody did something without, like, having proof for it.
I mean, to be fair, 2018 is, like, soft. So, like, no matter what you do, you got to get mad at everyone.
That's not soft.
Make sure you stretch it as much as possible.
He was trying to get like me. He was trying to cancel me, and like I'm not Kanye West, man. I can get canceled. Like if these people find out who I am, I get kicked out of my apartment. I get kicked out of school. Like I got a job now. These motherfuckers can get me fired. Like
that's wild.
If they go too far, like the podcast might kick me out. God forbid.
We've been waiting. but like that's the most annoying thing about like 2018. Like. Is if somebody disagrees with you on something political or race affiliated in any regard, and like there's a disagreement, you are now sexist, you are now racist, you are now a rape apologist, you are now a bigot, you are now a fascist. Like people throw around that word fascist a lot, and it's just like.
And have they ever seen the definition of it? No. No.
Yeah. Shout outs.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I could tell you what the definition of a fascist is right here, right now. And I like read the dictionary.
Right.
I think like anytime I post anything political, and then people will be like, "Oh, you're just a liberal." I don't even fucking liberal or Republican or Democrat. I just know that if I don't like somebody in politics, if I like someone in politics, I'll say something. Like I don't even care if it's fucking Santa Claus. If Santa Claus came out and did something stupid, I will tweet about it.
Yeah, like
oh, you just hate Christmas. I'm like, no, he did something stupid. Like, what do you want to do?
Came down my chimney and fuck my mom, dog. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Come on.
No, but like, oh fuck, I forgot I was. Oh yeah, and I remembered. So my biggest problem with that is like how you just said, like, oh, you tweet something and people are like, oh, you fucking liberal. Like, why the fuck are you so like loyal to like a party? Like,
especially
how about
when you're 15, motherfucker?
Right. It's like being fucking loyal to like a company or something. It's like, motherfucker, like. They don't really give a fuck. Like all they want is your vote or your money and whatever case it might be. Like they don't give a shit. Like why? Like how about this? How about you be like, okay, I like this, I like this, I like this, and then like you form, you become a person.
An opinion, like, maybe. I don't know.
An opinion. I don't know. Instead of being like, you know what? I'm gonna wear this jersey forever and just leave it at that. I am now a liberal. I am now a fucking communist or whatever the fuck you want to be, bitch. But like,